Okay guys, so I'm super excited about this one because it is such a unique and fun project. So today I'm going to show you how to build an esports website. So this is suitable for esports teams, leagues, tournaments, or even gaming news items altogether. Okay, so let me show you very quickly. So you will end up with a beautiful website like this one, with a beautiful hero section, a very modern off-canvas info section, and I'm going to show you how you can create your own esports logo for free. You will also be able to display all the different matches and teams competing against each other, and this will work for any tournaments as well. You are going to be able to display all the players, all the teams, and also a detailed view of each one of them. And then I'm going to show you how to monetize your website with a merchandise section and also a sponsors tab where you can link to either sponsors or affiliate marketing program. Now you can test all of these features immediately by clicking on the very first link in the description below to launch our one-click demo. And this way you will be able to follow along as I show you how this works. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so our very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. And for this, click on the link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Now. So click on that link and this will bring you to this page here on the Hostinger website. Now, I'm hosting all of my websites with Hostinger, and the reason is because they offer the right combination of ingredients. First, they are very affordable, and whatever way you look at it, price is an important factor. But also, and this is crucially important of course when choosing a hosting provider, they are extremely reliable. And finally, if something was to happen, their support team is very responsive and knowledgeable. So I've faced a few issues myself, over time, and they were always dealt with within the hour. I never had to wait any longer than that, and that to me is very important indeed. And I've tried my fair share of hosting providers over the years, to be honest, and usually you get one or two of these, but never all of them combined. And this is what makes Hostinger so exceptional. And to get your hosting is very simple. All you have to do is to click on the Start Now button right here. And as you can see now, we can select our hosting. So it starts at $2.59 per month. So that's, as I said, very, very affordable indeed. So let's click on Select. And from here, we have to select our billing cycle. So as you can see clearly from here, the longer the billing cycle, the more you are going to save. So if you selected 12 months, you can save up to 74%, 61% over 24 months. And here, if you select 48 months, again, 74%. So look at this. Normally, it would cost you $493. So this is the regular price. But thanks to this plan here, you save 74%. It only costs you $124. So you go from 493. So that's almost $500, let's say, okay? You go from 500 to 125. So this is insane, guys. So let's say if you wanted to go with this one, which to me is the best plan of all, but you can select 12 months or even 24 months. It's really up to you. So you decide whichever option is best for you. And then you're going to select your payment method here. So credit card, PayPal, CoinGate. So these are all these virtual currencies, Bitcoins, Ethereums, and all them. You have Google Pay and Alipay as well. They just added this lately, so very handy indeed. Now I'm going to give you a special coupon code again, so you can even add more savings to this total price here. And for this, all you have to do is to click on this link here, have a coupon code. So at the moment, we're at $152, including taxes. So let's click on this, and you're going to add here, all in capital letters, Mr. Web Reviews, and then click on the plus sign. So there you go. We were at 152, we're done at 141. So it's going to add a little bit extra savings to your cart here, to the total, okay? And then after this, all you have to do is just to proceed to checkout. Very good. And now that you've purchased your hosting, you can log in into your account. So you go back to the Hostinger web page here, click on login, and you're going to enter your email address and password. And this is going to bring you to the Hostinger admin panel. So from here, the first step is to claim our free domain. So as you can see here, we get a free domain name with our plan. So all we have to do basically is to click on this. So let's click on claim domain. And right here, you're going to type in the domain name that you'd like to register. So for instance, your domain name, and then you can select the extension. So .com obviously is the most popular one, but you can select among a few different options. So we have .click, .net, .info, .host. What do we have again? .me, .store, .xyz, .tech, .online. So let's go with .com anyways, you know. And then after that, all you have to do is to check availability. And if it's available, it'll be registered just like that in one click. Now, if the domain name is already registered, you'll get a notification that's going to tell you this domain name is already registered, and you might have to change the domain name for something else and try a different variation. And once you have your domain name registered, it will appear like this here at the bottom. So you could have, for instance, mrwebreviewstutorials.com, and then you'll be able to set up your hosting. So this is the next step. We need to set up our hosting. And for this, we're going to click on this button here. So let's click on setup. And from here, all we have to do is to click on start now. It's a simple 5-step process. Here, feel free to select any of those options. I'm just going to skip for now. Same here, you can select the platform that you want to use. So we're going to take care of this later on in this tutorial. So I'm going to skip this again. From here, you can claim your free domain. So we've done that already. Now you need to select your domain name. So the domain name you just registered should appear here. If it doesn't, click on the drop-down menu and then select it manually. And then click select. And finally here, you need to select your nearest server. So the nearest data center from your location or your target audience location. So as you can see here, you can select among those few options here. So I'm personally based in Ireland, so in Europe. So I'm going to select this one here, click change. And then all you have to do after this is click finish setup, and we're all done already. And now let's install WordPress on our server. And for this, we're going to the hosting section right here, and we're going to click on manage. And this is going to bring us to the admin panel here. And as you can see, we have all the different features and options here to customize and configure our server. So I have WordPress, order, accounts, emails, domain, website, files, database, advanced, and others. So it might seem a little bit overwhelming, all these options here, but don't worry, we are only going to use one of them, which is this one here, website. So what we're going to do is just click on auto installer. Click on this, and from here we're going to scroll down the page and we're going to select this one here, Woocommerce plus WordPress. So basically we're going to install WordPress and also Woocommerce, which is an e-commerce platform, which will be useful for us for this project. So let's click on select, and from here the first thing you want to do is to make sure that you select HTTPS. So this is to enable the SSL certificate, which will indicate to your visitors that your website is safe to visit. Okay, and then make sure that you select the right domain name. So normally the one you just registered should show up here, but if you have multiple websites like I have here, make sure you select the right one. So I'm going to select mrwebreviewstutorials.com for now, and you leave this field empty. Don't put anything in here. And then you have to type in a username. So by default, it's hello. So type something else here. So for instance, your name and then maybe a number or something hard to guess, obviously, you know. And then you can type in an admin password. So you can either type it manually or have one created for you. So as you can see here, it will auto-generate a password, and then you can copy and paste it somewhere safe. After this, make sure that you have the correct email address right here. And then you need to type a website title. So let's say, for instance, a drop shipping site, because this is what we're going to build today. And everything else you can leave by default, and just tick this one here that says always update to the latest available version. And then after this, all you have to do is to click install, and it will start the process. So it's going to take a few seconds, or maybe up to a minute, depending on how fast your internet connection is. So just be patient, it's doing its thing. And once WordPress is installed, you will be redirected to this page. So this is a quick overview of your website. So the only thing left basically is to make sure that your SSL certificate is enabled. As you can see, it's enabled by default. But if it is not, you will have a yellow button similar to this one right here that says setup. Just click on that to enable it. Okay, and now we can access our WordPress dashboard. So all we have to do is click on edit website. Let's click on this together. Okay guys, so welcome to our WordPress dashboard. So our first step, we're going to clean up our workspace. As you can see, there's a lot of things here on the side. Opt-in monster, we have all-in-one WordPress migration, all-in-one SEO, and insights. All these are totally unnecessary to us. So we're going to the plugin section now. And then from here, we're going to bulk select them all, deactivate, apply. And now we're going to select all of these we're going to get rid of. So we're going to remove this one here, Ascimat anti-spam, all-in-one SEO, all-in-one WordPress migration, monster insight, hello dolly, opt-in monster. There you go. Now bulk action, delete, apply, okay. And there you go. Now we can go back to our dashboard, and that's a much nicer workspace. Now, just to show you very quickly what our website looks like. So if we can visit our website, let me open this in a new tab. As you can see, it's very basic. This is the default theme that comes with WordPress, the 2021. So we're going to change this as well. We're going to install our own theme. So let's start with this. And for that, we're going to go to the Envato marketplace. So if you type in esports here, you're going to find quite a few themes, very beautiful ones, to be honest. You know, you have Overworld here, Player X, Eldritch, Cyberpulse, and so on. But look at the price. These are quite expensive. This is $75, $69, $79, $59, $75, and so on and so on. So it's quite pricey, to be honest, you know. But they do come with quite a few features, handy features. You have all your matches, players, and you can boost the templates and so on. But do you know what? I found a much cheaper option that's going to do all of this for 1/3 of the price. So there it is. It's from the Envato marketplace as well. And this one is only $27. And as you can see, this has been uploaded very recently, 23rd of July 2021. So it's just been out a few months. So it's very, very trendy, very nice looking, and it's absolutely perfect for our project here. So all we have to do basically is just to purchase this theme. So as always, guys, I'll leave a link in the description below. This is an affiliate link, so it doesn't cost you anything extra, but I earn a little something from it. So I'll be very thankful if you can use that link below. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard now. Okay, so from our WordPress dashboard, we're going to Appearance, Themes, Add New. And now we're going to upload the theme that we just downloaded from the Envato marketplace. So upload theme, choose file, and the file you will receive will look something like this. Now you have to extract that file first before you can use it. And then it will create a folder like this one. So then you open this folder, and within that folder, you'll have a few different files. And this is the one that you need, zoker.zip, an archive file, okay? So click on Open and click Install. There you go. And now all we have to do is to activate it. And there you go. As you can see, our theme has been added. Now we get a warning message here that says that this theme requires the following plugins. So there's quite a few plugins that we need to install now. So let's start with this. So begin installing plugins. Now we can bulk select them all and then click Install, Apply. And now we have to return to the plugin installer. So click on this link. And now we need to activate them all. So bulk select and then select Activate and click Apply. There you go. Now we have a confirmation that all our required plugins are now activated. Now for this to take effect, you can either go back to your dashboard or refresh the page. And there you go. And just like that, we have a few more additional tabs here by the side. So we have the Zoker Builder, we have Players, Teams. What do we have again? We have Mega Menu here and Zoker Options. We have LayerSlider and all of that. So we're going to use all of these now to actually customize and configure our project here, our website. Okay, so let's get started. So let's have a quick look at our website. So this is what it used to look like. So let's refresh. There you go. So as you can see, the theme has been installed, but there is no content yet. So the next step now is to import the demo content. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. And for this, we're going to go to Appearance, Import Demo Data. So this is our content here. So let's scroll down the page and you can see this button here. Click on this, Import Demo Data. And then click Continue and Import. And as you can see now, it is importing the content. So it might take a little while depending on how fast your internet connection is. So what I'm going to do, guys, is to pause the video now and I'll meet you again when it's imported. So that's it, import complete, congrats, all done already. So that was quite quick actually, you know. So let's go back to our website and let's refresh. Let's have a look at what it looks like now. So there you go guys, you can see it looks absolutely great. Everything has been imported for us. Our menu section here is a bit out of whack to be honest, but we're going to take care of this. And if you scroll down, as you can see, all the content has been imported for us, including all our different matches. As you can see, we have different leagues and all of that. Very good. Okay, very, very professional looking. Okay, so let's customize this together now. So now one thing I need to mention here is that regardless of your aim and goal here, whatever you want to achieve, whether it is to promote your team or maybe league or tournaments or maybe setting up a blog altogether, you can choose among 3 different home pages. As you can see, you have home page 1, 2 and 3. So this is home page 1. So this is the one that we are going to focus on at the moment, you know, because this one has all the matches and scoring system and everything built in, which is absolutely great. But you also have home page 2. So this is the one here. So this is slightly different. This is maybe to promote maybe your own team or something like this, you know. As you can see, slightly different home page. Very nice as well, very professional indeed. And then you have home page 3 as well. So this is more like, I would say maybe a news item or maybe blog type. As you can see, you can promote different articles, videos, trendings. You have connect to social media, even promote games and stuff like this, you know. So this is a bit different, you know. So depending on your purpose and what you want to build with this, you can choose among 3 different options. But again, like I said, we are going to focus on homepage number 1 at the moment. So let's go and configure this one, okay? But regardless of the homepage you are going to choose for your website, it's all the same. We're going to use the same tools and it's all working the same way. You can customize and configure everything the exact same way, okay? So first, let's take care of our header here, our menu section. So let me show you how we can tweak this. As you can see, it's a bit out of whack. It doesn't look neat at the moment. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And for this, we're going to go to Zoker Builder. And as you can see here, we have footer and header section. So let's click on Header Builder. And here we have 3 pre-built headers. We have header 1, 2, and 3. So which one is this one? How do you know which one to change and customize? Okay, so let's go back here now and we're going to Appearance, Customize, and we're going to open this in a new tab. Okay, and from this section, we can access the header as well. So let's click on this, header, header again. And as you can see, we have all the different options. So at the moment, this one here, as you can see, is pre-built header. It's not one of those header builder options. So this is the header builder, okay? And this is not selected at the moment. So what we need to do to use our header builder is to click on this. And now we need to select one of those headers. So let's go with header 1, for instance. So basically header 1 goes with homepage 1, header 2, homepage 2, and header 3, homepage 3. But since we decided to go with homepage 1, we're going to select header 1 because that's the one that fits this layout. But feel free to use any header. You could use header 3 on homepage 1 if you wanted to, and that's not a problem at all. I'm just showing you the essentials here, okay? So basically, to change our header and customize our menu section here, there are 2 different sections. So first is the header builder here, and we have also the customization tool here. From WordPress itself. So what's the difference between the 2? Well, the header builder basically is using Elementor to create a template. So from here you can create a new layout, a new template that will be used in the front end. And right here is just to fine-tune the finishing touches. As you can see, if we scroll down here a little bit, we have a few options related to our social icons right here. And also the few buttons here. We have live streaming, language search, and the off canvas switcher, which are all here. So these are basically a few options that we can select. So let me show you first what it looks like from the header builder here. So let's open one here. So we're going to edit this with Elementor. Let me open this in a new tab. And there you go. As you can see, this is opening with Elementor. Now we can edit this. We can change the template. So if we click on it, there you go. This is a header feature. Okay. And from here, we can change everything that's contained within this section. So if you scroll down, as you can see, we have all our social icons. We have our logo. We have links and all that. and also show language, search, and off canvas. So this is roughly about the same as the other feature here, except this is immediately from Elementor, and we can edit and have full control over it. So you can select immediately from 3 different styles. So this is style 1, we have style 2, and we have style 3 as well. So feel free to pick any of them based on your personal preferences, but we're going to keep style 1 just for now. So here we have an icon list. So these are our social icons right here. So we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So these are the ones basically, and you can add and remove items very easily. So if you wanted to remove one, all you have to do is just click on it, just like this. And if you wanted to add one, click add. And now we can select a new icon. So let's click on this and let's select YouTube, for instance. Okay, there you go. So insert. And now you can put the link to your YouTube channel. There you go. So it's very simple, isn't it? And then next here we can upload our logo. So if you already have a logo, it's very easy. All you have to do is click on this, upload file. You go and select your file and upload it. So just make sure that you select a PNG file with a clear background. That's very important, obviously, As you can see, there's no background here. And then insert media. There you go. So again, this is a logo I found online. Any logo really, But now if you don't have a logo, I can show you how to create your own esports logo for free. So let me show you how to do this now. Okay, and for this we go to this website here, logomaker.net. And again, I'll leave a link in the description below. And as you can see, they have a section for esports logos. And then you can select any of them and then tweak them around and make it your own. And you can create your own logo from scratch as well if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and select one here. So I don't know which one. So let's select this one maybe, why not? And as you can see, you can use this template or preview. So let's use this template. We're going to change this around. Okay. And from here, we can tweak things and customize everything, especially our text. So we're going to change this. We're going to put here Mr. Web and then increase the width. And then we could put reviews here instead. Okay. There you go. And we might make this one a little bit bigger. Just like that. Now, obviously, you can change the position of a few items as well. You can relocate this. Maybe it's easier here, just like that. It's probably better. There you go. So now it is perfect. Now, clearly for our website, we need a clear background here. All we need is just the logo in itself. So what we can do is just click on the background image here and lower the opacity to 0% altogether. And then we go click on this icon here that says background. Click on this. And we're going to do the same here. Bring this down to 0%. And then now we can download our logo. So make sure that you select PNG because this will keep the clear background as well. If you select JPEG or PDF, you won't keep the clear background. So it's very important you select PNG. So click on this. And now we're going to download our file and save it. Okay, cool. And now we can go back to our Elementor page and replace the logo with our new logo. So let's upload file, select file, and let's select our new Mr. Web Reviews logo. Very good. So insert media. And just like that, as you can see, we have our own esports logo. And then just below, we have the logo link. So basically, normally when someone clicks on your logo, it should bring them back to the home page. So what you can do is just select your domain name here, your main URL, and then paste it here, just like that. Okay. Now, just underneath, we have a call to action button. So at the moment it says live streaming. So you can link that directly to any streaming platform that you're using. So it could be Twitch, for instance, like we have at the moment. It could be anything else, obviously, So all you have to do is just to type in here the content of this button. So it says live streaming here, but you can change this to whatever you want. And then you can put the URL. So I'm going to put again the link to our main homepage here. Same thing anyways, But you can replace this with your Twitch account or whichever landing page you wish. And then right here below, we have 3 different options. So these are toggle switches. So we have show language, show search, and show off canvas. So this is basically those ones here, So if you want your website to be multi-language, you can click on this and you can select different languages. This is for the search box. For instance, if you're using a blog or anything like this with searchable content, you could use this as well. And then we also have the off canvas feature. So this is very nice. Actually, if you click on this, as you can see, we'll bring in an off-canvas feature here where you can put all the different details maybe and bring the attention to some specific areas of your website, maybe a quick access or something like this. So you can enable this, of course. And if you enable this, I'll show you later on how to change the content of this section as well. Now, as you can see, our menu section here is not very neat. We have too many items. So we have home, about, page, blog, contact, home 1, home 2, home 3. So how can you get rid of those 3 items at least here and reorganize the rest? Well, very simply, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And this time we're going to go to a third section, which is appearance. And then we go to menus. Now here on top, you can select the type of menu that you want to change. We have all of these. Make sure you select primary menu. So this is the one, and then click select. And normally it should display all these different items. So as you can see here, right at the bottom, we have home 1, home 2, home 3. So we don't need them clearly, you know. So what you can do is just delete them all together. So click on this, bulk select, and then 1, 2, 3, remove selected items, save menu. And now we can go back here now and then refresh again. And there you go, just like that, we have a fantastic menu section. As you can see, our logo here is standing out with a nice background color and everything. So if we go back to our website, now you can see it fits in much better than before. And this is absolutely perfect the way it is. Okay, and now we are going to change the rest of our hero section. So the menu is taken care of. Now we're going to change the background image here and also all the text and all the content that's right here, okay? So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard and we're going to go into LayerSlider. And now we're going to find the home one, which is this one here, okay? So just click on this to edit. Very good. And from the screen, we can tweak everything from our slider. So as you can see on the left-hand side, we have everything that's related to text. So if I click on this, for instance, I can edit this text here. If I click on this one, it'd be the big heading here, and so on and so on. So as you can see, the text you want to change is on this side, on the right-hand side. So instead of Pro League Esports Team, we could have something else. So all you have to do basically is just to type your text here and do the same for the other one. So heading 1 and heading 2 are those 2 lines. And then you can do the same here with the bottom line, which is this one here. And then with the top one, which is, I believe, this one. Okay. And you can change your text around and fit your own personal requirements. Now to change our background image, we have to go here on top. And as you can see, we have slides. So we have the layers. These are the different layers. And then you have slide as well. So if you click on slide, now you can see we have a background image. And now we can replace this one with our own picture. So what you can do is just to click on the plus sign. And now we can upload a new image. So let's select file. And I went ahead and found this one online. Open and then insert. Very good. And as you can see, well, now we have a totally new field, a different field altogether. And now all we have to do is to click save and then publish as well. And as you can see now, all our changes are live. So if you go back to our home page and refresh, there you go. As you can see, now we have a new background image and it looks absolutely perfect. Now, if we go back to our layer slider here, you can see you can reposition the picture as well anywhere you want. So as you can see, you could center it this way, maybe that way, maybe more in the middle, maybe towards the bottom, whichever way you want. So it's really up to you which section of your image you want to emphasize and put emphasis on, and you can select this feature here as well. And as always, don't forget to save and publish once you're done. Okay, so that's basically it for our hero section. Now let's look after the rest of our page, our home page. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. And now we're going to go into pages, all pages, and we're going to locate our home page. So we have 3 different home pages. So select the right one. We have home page number 1, which is this one. If you hover on top, you'll have a few options here. And what we're going to do now is to click on edit with Elementor. And from here, we are going to be able to change and customize everything on our homepage except the header. So obviously this has been taken care of. So now let's scroll down the page and we have our next section here. So if you click on top of this one here, if you click on the blue pencil, it will reveal a video slider. So basically here you can add a few videos and you can slide from one to the other by clicking previous or next. So that's a very handy feature. Obviously, if you wanted to emphasize or have a replay maybe of a few events or things like this, you can just add them here immediately. Now on the left hand side, we have all the different slides, and you can add or remove as many videos as you want. So if I click on this one, as you can see, we have an image, which is this one here displayed at the front, and you have a link to a video. So to add a new item or remove an item, you just click on the X to remove or plus to add. And let's add a new one together. So right here, you can add any link. So I'm going to add a link to one of my videos, and then click a video image as well. So we can select any image again. Let's go with this one here. Why not? And let's add this now. Insert media. Now, as you can see, it doesn't fit properly. It's way too small. So let's click back on this here, and we're going to scroll down the page, and I'm going to show you why. It's because you need an image that's at least at 540 pixels in width. So if we select this one here, as you can see, it's 370 by 540. So you might have to resize your image as well to fit those criteria. So basically, every time you create a new image, make sure that you respect those dimensions, and you should be fine. So let's insert this one instead. And there you go. As you can see, now it looks absolutely perfect. And as always, don't forget to click update. And then you have a few additional options here. We have the slider control. So as you can see, you can select how many items you want to display. So if you wanted to show only 2, as you can see, you have 2 big images, just like that. Maybe you want to show 4 of them. And as you can see, now we have 4 images with the main one being highlighted here, slightly bigger than the others. Okay, I think 3 is fine. It's absolutely perfect. And you can decide whether or not you want it to autoplay. So if someone lands on that page, it will slide left to right automatically on its own. And you want to display the arrows or not. So as you can see, if I hover on top, it will display those arrows. Do you want this feature or not? Again, this is really up to you. Now let's have a look at the most exciting part, I think, of this project, which is this section here. So if we click on that, as you can see, this is called Match tab. So this is everything related to the matches. So the roster and everything, what's to come, scoring and everything. Okay, so let's take care of this now. Okay, so let me show you how to customize this area and take full advantage of it. So as you can see by the side, we have all these different options and different features. So the first one is the section subtitle. So this is the one here. Okay, so let me change this because it should say training. There you go. And then we have the same here for the one at the bottom. So we're going to type here matches, because that's the plural of match. There you go. These are all the matches available. Okay, so right underneath we have our different slides. So these are basically different categories. So let me show you this from the front end, how it works. So if we scroll down the page, as you can see, we have a selection here of different matches. Now, if you were to select, for instance, Counter-Strike, it would only show those who participate in that league. And then the same with Dota 2, World of Warcraft, and PUBG, so PlayerUnknown's Battleground. So as you can see, these are all broken down in different sections, different categories, and different tournaments, obviously, you know. Okay, so how can we change this? Well, very simply here. So depending on the types of games, tournaments, leagues, etc., that you want to show on your homepage, you're going to give them different names. Okay, so you can do this from here, and all you have to do is basically click on it and type in the name, and that's it, basically, you know, very simple. And you can add as many as you want. So you can add a new one, and you can also delete very easily by clicking the X sign. And obviously, as part of every tournaments, matches and leagues, etc., you have participants. So we have all these different teams here. So this is where you can enter all the different teams. So such team versus another one, put their names, the date when it will take place, and also the odds and the link to the different streaming platforms. So how can we create a tournament like this and show who's competing in that event? So basically here you can see the very first one. So this one is Esports Myromax versus Werewolf. So this is the very first one here. So it's very easy, actually. I'm going to show you now. So if you click on it, you need to add the 2 logos of each team. So we have the Kings here versus the Werewolf. And we're going to put the name underneath. So basically here, Esports Myrax. This is the name here. So I'm just going to add an X here at the end just to show you what it does. So this is basically how the name will be displayed. Whatever you put in here will be displayed here versus, and the same here with the Werewolf. Okay. And then you can add each logo for each team the same way we did before. All you have to do is to click on it, select a file, upload the file, open, And then you can insert the media. And as you can see now, our new logo has been changed. Now, as you can see, the logo is way too big. So what we need to do is to resize it basically, So let's click on this again and let's have a quick look. So this is the one that was there previously. This one is 76 by 80. So about 80 by 80 would be absolutely fine. So let's go back to our own logo. And as you can see, this one is 800 by 800. So it's 10 times too big. So let's edit the image. And you might have to do this with a few of them. Just make sure when you upload it initially that they are all the same size. So now we can just remove this, make it 80 by 80, scale. And now we can go back. And as you can see, our new size is 80 by 80. And now we can insert this media. Very good. And now you can see it is the right size. Okay, so very good. And obviously you'll do the same with the other logo. Now again, just make sure when you upload those logos that they are all the same size initially, so you can avoid all the hassle of having to edit and crop them. And then you can add the URL to every home team. As you can see here, you have the URL on this one and this one. So if you were to type a URL here, basically anyone clicking on the logo will go straight to their website. So it's a nice way to actually share the information as well. So if you scroll down, as you can see, with the match time, all you have to do here is to click on it. And let's say you were to select a date. So let's say maybe this one will take place on Saturday the 6th and maybe at 4, and then you can select PM or AM. Okay. And as you can see, the time will change here and it will display accordingly. And then we have the match info. So these are the odds or whatever scoring system you want to put there. So 3 to 8 at the moment. And then the live Twitch string URL, and the same with the live string URL for YouTube. So this is basically the link to both of those streams. You can use one or the other. If you don't put anything here, if you remove that, it will simply not display. So you have only Twitch for this one, for instance, or you can have both all together. It's the same, one or the other or both. Okay. And then you have to write the categories. And for this, let's go back to the home page just to show you how this works. So basically, let's keep an eye on Esports, Myrax versus Werewolf now. So as you can see, we have all the different matches, but let's have a look at Counter-Strike here. As you can see, they are taking part in this match as well. And let's see about World of Warcraft Dota 2 here, the same as well. And what about PUBG? Are they there? They are not here. So as you can see, they only taking part in Counter-Strike and Dota 2. So this is basically how it works. So if you wanted to change this here, basically, as you can see, we have the two categories. So CSGO, so Counter-Strike here, and Dota 2 as well. So it's up to you. You can put any category name. Now make sure that the name that you're going to put in here is the exact same as those you created right there. Okay. So if you have CSGO right here, what you can do is just to copy this and then go back here at the bottom, and then you might paste it all together just like this. Works as well. Okay. So copy and paste and make sure this is the same exact spelling as the category that you created here above. And as always, don't forget to click update. And obviously you can create as many as you want. So we have 4 at the moment, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you click on these different sections, they will show differently. But again, you can add as many as you need. Okay, so I think we have this pretty well covered now. So let's scroll down the page and let's find out about our next section. So this is the blog section, so the news feeds. So this is very simply, this is just post, So if you go back to our WordPress dashboard, you go into posts. This is where you're going to find all the different contents of that section. So as you can see here, a few of them, you have the demonstrator march against the death of your mother. Hilarious title, demonstrator. Okay, anyways, so this is the one here. So this is basically how you can edit and create new ones. Just add them here. As always, it's just a regular blog, So you can just basically create any text, any content, put pictures and images. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so we can go to the next section now. So our next section here is our teams. Okay, so let's click on this section to find out, and this one is called players. So basically this is to display all the different players. And as you can see, it is displaying as a slider, and you can go from right to left and left to right by clicking next or previous. So very easy to use, obviously, So where are all these players located? So let me show you. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and you remember we had an additional tab here that says players. If you click on this, These are all our players, okay? So let's have a quick look at our page here. So we have Sowat, Emric, Maxdom, Red One, okay? And then you have Sowat, Red One, Emric, Maxdom. So these are the players that are displaying. So as you can see, it says Home 1, okay? So those players are located here. So we can select which players we want to display. As you can see, it says Post From, Categories, Post From, Home 1. So as you can see, these are part of the Home 1 category, okay? And these are all the Pro, okay? So if you wanted to display other players, you can select different categories. So as you can see, we can select categories, and we're going to select Pro this time. And as you can see, now we have a different set of players all together. Now we have David Polo, David Warner, and if we go back here, let's try to find them. You have David Warner here and David Polo. So these are from the Pro section, okay? And this way you can create different categories and have different players competing as well. And you can create categories right here. So this is categories, and as you can see, I have only 2 at the moment, but you can change and add more if you needed to as well, okay? So let's go back to all players now and to our page. And then they added a very nice feature again, the slider control, so you can define how many items you want to display. So maybe just 3 or maybe 4 like we had, you know? And then you can define the autoplay and display the arrows as well, okay? So let's go to our next section now. So here we have a few different logos and icons. So these are the client logo, as it's called, but basically these are the team logos, okay? And then you can add or remove them the same way as we've shown before. And to change this, all you have to do is to click on top and then upload the image. And you can also have a link directly to their website, which is very convenient indeed. Again, make sure that all the images are the same size, so it will look nice and tidy here as well. So let's scroll down the page, and now we have our Get in Touch. So this is a contact form. So if you click on this, as you can see, we are using a shortcode here. So how does this work? So let me show you. For this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and this is using contact form 7. As you can see here, the shortcode says contact form 7. So let's go back here, and we go into contact. So this is basically using another plugin to actually help us receive contact information and queries. Now, as you can see, we have 4 different contact forms here. So which one is it? So let's go back here, and as you can see, as part of our shortcode, we have Home 1 contact form. And as you can see, this one is called Home 1 contact form. So this is the one. So we can edit this. So it might seem like a bit of gibberish, but you can leave it as is. Don't worry about it. Our form is absolutely fine the way it is. And now we're going to change and correct this error message here, highlighted in red. And why is that? Because we are not using the tags that are here. So we have text 704, email 258, and text area 587. So these are basically the tags that are being used right here. As you can see, text 704, and then we have email 258, and so on. Now we have to insert this right here. So instead of your email, we're going to remove this. We're going to use this tag here. So we're going to select this, Control C, and put it right there. Okay, Control V. Now we have another error message here, and the reason is because here we have to insert our own domain name. So what you do is basically hover on your web address here, select your domain name, and put it right here after the @ sign, just like that. And now we're all done, all sorted already. This is absolutely fine. Now what we have to do is to insert those 2 text areas. So we have text 704. We're going to add this to the body of our message right there, and do the same with the other one. So Control C and Control V. Now you can scroll up the page and save. But just to be on the safe side, let's go to our home page. Let's refresh our home page once, just to make sure that these changes take effect. And now we can type in something here in our form and test it. So we're going to type john.doe at gmail.com, and this is a test. Okay, and let's send a message. Okay, and just to show you, this is the email I received. So as you can see, we have John Doe, and this is a test, and the email address is being sent from was john.doe@gmail.com, so you can easily reply to that person. Okay, very good. So next on our list is the new merch section. So this is the merchandise you can sell online. And if you click on this, as you can see, this is a product slider. And for this, we are going to use Woocommerce, which is the most popular e-commerce platform for WordPress. And I'm going to show you how you can add product and configure your whole e-commerce section. So let's take care of this now. And for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And as you can see, with Woocommerce and products. So the products, this is just to set up all our products. Let me show you very quickly. So this is where you can create products, add products, and so on and so on. And Woocommerce, this is more for taking care of your orders, set up your customers, and also configure all the settings such as payments, etc. Okay, so let's look after our products first. So as you can see, we have a few different products here already imported initially with our demo content. And from here, you can edit or create any product you want. So you can delete all of these and start afresh. That's really up to you. Or you can edit those ones. I'm just going to show you how to create a new one altogether. So you click on Add New. So from here, we need to put a title. So let's create, for instance, maybe a team jersey, okay? A t-shirt or something like this. So Mirax team jersey. We have to put a short description here as well. So let's just paste a description here. And then we have to select our category. So this is clothing, and let's say this is a t-shirt, okay? And we scroll down the page. So what type of product is this? So you can select among different options here. So this would be normally all together, this should be a variable product because you have different sizes, okay? And then we can create some attributes. So we have to create different sizes, obviously, because this is a t-shirt, you know? So you probably have small, medium, large, and maybe extra large or something like this, you know. So we can create attributes now. So we're going to create our own attributes, and as you can see, you have sizes, add, and we can select different sizes. So we're going to create, for instance, a small, a medium, and a large one, okay? And we're going to use this for variation. So now we can save attributes, very good. And now let's go into our variations, and we're going to create a variations for all the attributes. So we're going to have 3 different sizes. So obviously 3 different type of items. Okay, as you can see, 3 variations created. And now we can expand them all. And we're going to put a price for all of them. So we're going to add the price here, regular price, so maybe $39.99. We do the same with the next one here, $39.99. And again with our third product here, $39.99. Okay, and then you go straight on top and publish. Very good. And now we're going to add a picture as well. So select product image. So click on this and let's upload a file. So select file. So I found this one here on the AliExpress website, but feel free to upload any image, obviously, of your own team. Select, and that's it. Now we can click update, and that's basically it. Now we have our product set up. Now if we go back to our home page and refresh, normally our product should show up now. There you go. As you can see, there it is, Mirax team jersey. If we click on this, it should bring us to our page. There you go. So as you can see, this one is $39.99. It is in stock, and we can select our size. So let's go maybe with medium size, and then you can add that to cart, and you can go through the checkout process and purchase this item. Very good. So let's go back here now in the product section. So again, you can do this with all of these, obviously, you know, and create as many as you want. And you can create different categories as well. So if you go into the categories section here, at the moment you can see with clothing, accessories, hoodies, and t-shirts. But maybe you want to change something, maybe rename this to team jerseys or something like this, or whatever it is, you know. So maybe you'll be selling computer accessories, mice, keyboards, and things like this, or maybe sound devices, or maybe microphones, or any streaming equipment that you can think of, you know. You can create different categories here simply by typing the name. So let's create, for instance, so let's say maybe we could have streaming gears. Okay, so let's add. And then underneath this, we could have mics. And then you need to select the parent category. So this is streaming gears. Then add new. You could have maybe lights under streaming gears again. And maybe mic stands. Oops, stands. Okay. And again under the same section. So as you can see, now we have streaming gears. Underneath we have mic stands, lights, and mics. And this is how you can create different categories and subcategories. And now let me show you how you can configure Woocommerce itself. So if you go to Woocommerce, let's go into settings. And from here, you can enter all your details here. So this is your company details, business details, or generically speaking, just your details. You know, if you're running this personally as your website, you can add them here. So for instance, something like this, you know, it could be based in New York, and then you could put your street name and the postcode, etc. And then you need to define where you're going to sell to. So if you're based in the United States, you might only sell to the United States, or maybe Canada or something like this. If obviously you're not going to sell to Europe, or maybe not to China, you know. So you have to select the countries you sell to. So which countries will you be selling to? You'll be selling to all countries, or you sell worldwide, sell to all countries except a few, or to specific countries. This is probably the best option, I think, if you're based in the US especially. So you might select here United and then States, okay, US, or maybe United Kingdom. And if you're based in the UK, you might be selling maybe to France, Belgium, Netherlands, UK, and Ireland. And that's basically it, you know. So you can select the different countries we're selling to. And then the same as well, where you're shipping to. So this normally should be the same. So normally you should ship to all the countries you sell to, which is the one that makes the most sense. Now, if you are registered for VAT, you tick this box as well. And then you select your currency right here. So you can select US dollars, or maybe euros, or whatever it is, you know. You have a Great British pounds as well, whatever currency you're using yourself, and then click Save Changes. Next, if you tick this box here for the taxes, we have to set up our tax rate. So we're going to click on taxes. So from here, basically, you just have to follow the steps and configure this the way you want it. So basically here, it's asking you if you want to display the prices inclusive of tax or exclusive of tax. This is really up to you. And then we're going to set up our rates. So this is the most important part here. So this is where you enter your VAT rate. So you insert a new row, enter your country code. So we're going to select US for our example here. And you're going to enter the tax rate. So I believe it is 10% throughout the whole of the United States. But please correct me if I'm wrong. And then you can give it a tax name. So let's say US 10% VAT, okay? And then Save Changes. That's basically it. That's all done for the taxes in general. Now, we're going to go into the payment section because we want to get paid. And we're going to set up our payment method. Now, from here, you can see we have 3 different options. We have direct bank transfer, check payment, and cash on delivery. So clearly, these are not suitable for online payment because we're selling online. What we need is either Stripe or PayPal. So these are the most common ones, the most popular ones. And now to set this up, all you have to do is to click on Get Started. Now it's the same procedure for both of them. So I'm just going to show you with one of them. So let's take Stripe, for instance, since this is the first one here on our list. So let's click on Get Started. Okay, and from here you have to connect to your account. So click on this, enter the email address linked to your Stripe account, and then click Continue. Now you have to enter your password. Okay, just like that. And now click Login. There you go. Now select the account that's linked to this one. Click Connect. And there you go. Just like that, all is done for us. So all we have to do now is just to enable Stripe. And you can also enable the test mode. So this way you'll be able to place an order without having to actually pay physically for it. And then scroll down the page and click Save Changes. And that's basically all there is for our payment methods. Now, one more thing we have to do, we're going to Advanced. And we're going to make sure that our cart page and checkout page and my account page are linked properly. So next to cart page, you should have the cart here. If there's nothing, just go and select it manually, just like we do now. And then don't forget to scroll down the page and click Save Changes. And that's it, all done now for the setup of our WooCommerce and product section. Okay, so let's put this to the test. So we go back to our product page here. We can add this to cart. So let's select medium size, add to cart. Okay, now we can view our cart. Very good. And now we can actually proceed to checkout. So let's go ahead with this and let's buy it. Okay, so from here, as you can see, we have to enter our details and then we can pay here using Stripe. So let's fill out our details very quickly. So maybe something like this. And now we can scroll down the page. And as you can see, I enabled the test mode. So now we can just type 4242 as the card number. Okay, very good. And now we can enter any expiry date in the future and any CVC code. And then let's place the order. Okay, so as you can see, we have the order confirmation here. Thank you. Your order has been received. And now if we go back to our WordPress dashboard in the Woocommerce section, you can see we have a small number 1 here next to the orders. That means that we received a new order. So there it is. As you can see, this is the order that's being processed. And then you can take care of this. Now you can open this, and when it's shipped, you can mark it as shipped as well. Okay, very good. So this is basically what the status is. You can mark it as completed when it's shipped and click update. And that's it, all sorted for the orders. Okay, so let's go back to our website now. And let's have a look at the other pages. So if you hover here on top, you can see you have different page lists. Page list 1, so these are all the different home pages. So we've gone through all of them already. And then page list 2. So these are all the players details, teams, and team details. So we're going to take care of these now. So players, let's click on this. So this is the page where it will display all the different players. So basically all the players here are taken from our list. So if you go back here into players, as you can see, these are all the different players and they are displayed here. Okay, so this is how it works. Now, if you were to click on any of those players all together, you would land then on the players details list page, sorry. So this is basically what it looks like. As you can see, we'll have all the details regarding that person, the different games, different options here, as you can see. So these are the games that he was taking part in. He ranked 17th and 17th here. This is his wins, draws, and losses. So you have basically all the stats related to his games. Very nice, isn't it? And you can also link a live stream video, maybe from his previous events. And obviously you can share all this via social media platforms. Okay, so let me show you very quickly how this works. So let's go back to the players list. So these are all the players. So we have David Warner and Joe Banis, etc., etc. So let's take care of this one here. So we have David Warner, okay? So if you go back here, let's locate David Warner. There it is. So if you click on this, now we're going to edit his profile. There you go. And normally we should have clicked on edit with Elementor, but we can do it from here anyways. There you go. And you can see this is the same layout for everyone, obviously. So now you have to tweak this around for each player, obviously, you know. So as you can see, this is David Smith. Is the same used for all of these players at the moment, but you can tweak this around. So let's go with David Warner. Let's find a picture of David here. So we can change this picture very easily. All you have to do is to click on this. And as you can see, all the information is showing up here by the side. So we can change the picture. So let's go and select his picture here. You can either upload a file or select from the media library if it's already there. So let's go and select this guy now. Where is he? Not too sure. I think it is. I think it's this one here. So we can insert that. Very good. And then at the bottom here, we have all the different information. So as you can see here, you can type in found it and you can change the date. So maybe 2020, ownership public, or you can put anything else you want. You know, you can create as many items as you want and add as well, and the address and all, and so on and so on. So this is basically a table here. We can replace this with normal text. This is really up to you, but it's just much neater because everything is lined up. If we scroll down the page, now we have the next section here. And this one is called Player Rank tab. And again, this is absolutely mighty, you know, because as you can see, you have Angry Power, you have the ranking, the wins, draws, and losses. So if you click on this, this is where you can set this up all together. So as you can see, now he's 17th, and let's say he was 7th, okay? And now his wins, his draws, and losses. So let's say maybe his wins were 8 or 70, okay? Let's go with 70. His draws maybe 10, and then we need 20 here for the losses, okay? The total should be 100, obviously, you know, and he will organize this automatically in different colors. The red for the losses, draws in gray, and green for the wins. And it's visually very easy to follow along. And again, you can change the image here. All you have to do is click on it, select any image, and that's fine, okay? Now, obviously, if you took part in different tournaments, different games, and so on, you can add more stats. And this is basically how you do it. Just click here, add new, and you can create another one very easily as well. Okay, very good. So let's click update. And now we can go back to our homepage and refresh. And let's have a look at David Warner now. Very good. So we have David Warner. As you can see, that's our new picture. And if you scroll down, we have all the different rankings and so on and so on. But as you can see, we also have Twitch here, and you can upload different types of replay maybe, and so on and so on. Whatever video you want to link to this account, you know. And for this, we can do it as well from the back end here. So as you can see, this is our second section here. So this is called Twitch, where it could be anything really, you know, it could be replays or anything really, where it could be video or something like that. Now, if you click on this, as you can see, this is the image we're going to show, and this is the link to the video, and this is the game name, and obviously we have all that counts with it, so the amount of views maybe. So obviously you try to make it as appealing as possible, you know. So this is what it looks like in the front end. So you can view the title and you can play the video immediately from here. Again, you can change the title. It could be replays or anything like this. Okay, very good. So this is how it works. And finally, down our page, we have the live stream. So if you click on this, again, you can change everything here. So this would be probably the main replay video from his latest games or something like this. As you can see, this one was played 12 hours ago. Feel free to type in anything you want, you know. And again, live stream, insert an image, put the video link, maybe to YouTube. And that's it, basically, you know, very, very simple again. And you can link this to any social media platforms as usual. And now let's do the same with our teams. So as you can see here, if you go into pages 2, we have teams and team details. So let's click on this. So that's the same principle as the players. So we have all the different teams being displayed here, the logo and names and so on. And if you click on the team's crest, on the logo itself, you will have the full description here, just like we had with the players, okay? And as you can see in the team detail page, we also have the list of the different players, and you can scroll from one to the other like this. So very, very convenient, isn't it? So let's go to our backend now again, and this time we're going to go into teams. As you can see, these are all the teams that are being displayed, and if you click on any of them, it will edit the detailed page, obviously, you know. So let's take this one here. So this one is called Top Assassin. So let's go back here and open that one. So Top Assassin, this is the one here. And we're going to edit with Elementor again. And it's the same principle as with the players. If you click on this section, you can now edit its content. So all you have to do is basically type whatever text you want here in this table. And if we scroll down the page, again, we have the players here. So this is very, very handy again. So this is the players you're going to select for this team. So how can you select them and where are they located? So basically here you can select the categories and the post from. So basically just the same principle again. As you can see, all these are created and they're under a specific category. So we only have one category at the moment. But again, as mentioned, you can create as many categories as you want. So if you want to create a category here for different team, you could have a category for Top Assassin and put all the players from Top Assassin in it, okay? And so on and so on. So basically, if we go back here now, so if you go in this drop-down menu here, post from, you could select normally Top Assassin if you had created a category under this section, okay? But we only have Pro and Home, but if you create a category called Top Assassin, you'd be able to select it there. And only the players from that category would display, obviously, you know. Now, if you scroll down the page again here, we're going to select this section. And this one is called Player Rank tab. So again, same principle as with the players. You can change all the settings here. You can add, for instance, all the different games and add the different tabs here with the different scoring endpoints. So wins 55%, draws 15, and losses 30. Put the name and the ranking. All you have to do again, click on this, and you can change all of this from this section, okay? And again, you have the live stream. This is basically uploading a video and all the details. Again, we've covered that with the players, is the exact same principle. Okay, so I have 3 more pages to look at. So if you go back in pages here, pages 4, sorry, we have the tournaments. So this is another very important one, obviously, that you might want to display on your website. So as you can see here, you have all the different tournaments, the date, the type of game, how many teams are playing, and the total prize pool that's involved. And then underneath, you have the recap of all the different matches. And again, you can break them down by different type of games like Counter-Strike, and maybe World of Warcraft, Dota 2 on PUBG or something like this, you know, or you can display them all together. So let's take care of this page now. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard again, and this time we're going to go to Pages, and from here we're going to look at the page that's called Tournament. There it is, and edit with Elementor. Okay, very good. So as you can see, this is our main section here. So if you were to click on this, you can edit each and every element. So as you can see, you have 4 different elements with 4 different types of content, but you can add or remove as many as you want. So let's change one for now. So as you can see, we have the logo again. So that's the picture. You can change this easily by selecting any picture here. So let's insert this one just for now, just to see what it looks like. Very good. And you can add any pictures all together. Okay. So I could select this one instead, whichever, you know, works absolutely fine. And then you can enter all these different details. So let's say this will be the 2022 World Championship. And then we have different items. We have 4 lines here. And item 1, as you open it, as you can see, this is the date. And then you can enter the description. Okay. So let's say 2022. Very good. And then you can do the same with item 2. Item 2 is the game. And obviously you put the teams and the type of game that's being played. Okay. And the prize pool and so on and so on. So you can do that with the 4 different elements. You can add an extra line if you wanted to. So let's add one together. So let's say this one would be extra info, and right here something all together. Okay, you can type anything all together. Right. So this is basically it. Now let's say if you wanted to add more of these, for instance, you know, you can hover on top of your section, right click on those 6 dots, and then duplicate, just like this. As you can see, they've been added. Now select your own section here. We're going to advanced, and we're going to add a little bit of gap in between, as you can see, because they're touching each other here. So we're going to unlink those values and add as much space as needed. So let's go maybe with 30 altogether. I think that's about the same. Yeah, that's fine. And there we go. And now you can edit this one and make all your changes. Let's say if you only need 5 of them, you can remove one as well. So what you can do is just click on this one and then delete it. Okay. And you can do that with your section altogether. There you go. So this is the full width. Now, if you go back to the previous setting, now if you wanted to keep the same spacing here, you can click on your section, your column here, sorry. You're going to style, and you're going to remove that image. Okay, just like that. And now we have 5 sections of the same width. And then below this, we have all the different matches. Again, that's the same principle as we had, and I showed already on the home page. So if you click on this, you'll have all your different matches. These are the different slides, so these are the different sections. And again, we have the match slides, and this is where you can create your different section. What you can do if you've created this on the home page is just to copy and paste it right here. So let me show you how to do this. This is going to save you a no full amount of time. So let me show you how to do this. So for that, open the home page in another tab, all pages, and then home, edit with Elementor. Okay, and then you scroll down the page where this is located. There it is. And now you can just copy and paste this section. So what you can do basically is to hover on top, click on this, right click, copy. And now we go back here. And then what you're going to do is delete this one. And now we're going to paste it. There you go. And now you'll have the exact same scoring system, etc., as your home page. And you only have to enter it once. And then click update. And that's it. All done already. Now let me show you 2 more pages and how to tweak them around. So we have the About Us and the Contact page. So for the About Us, it's about the same principle again, you know. All we have to do is go back to our WordPress dashboard, pages, all pages, select About Us, edit with Elementor. And from here, it's very simple again. All you have to do is to click on each and every section using the pencil here, and you can fill out all your details. So as you can see, you have all these images, the background with the small dots and all that. You can change this around. You can remove them if you wanted to altogether. Maybe you prefer a cleaner look. And then you can change the image here and everything that's there. So basically the title, the content here can be simply modified by clicking on this. Now let's scroll down a little bit. As you can see with clients, you could call this differently, obviously as well. We have the background image and all the content. So as you can see here, basically these are the different slides. So we have this one here is John Jersey Lamotte, which is this one here. If you click on this, as you can see, this is his avatar picture and all the content. So this is basically what you would call normally a testimonial section to add more credibility to your website. But feel free to use this section for anything you want, okay? So if you scroll down now again, we have all these different logos. You can use these for different types of purposes. If you don't need it, you can delete all together, or you can edit them the exact same way we did before. So basically change your logo and you can link that to any website or any Twitch account of all these teams, okay? And finally, we have the contact page. So as you can see here, we have our contact details, opening hours and all that. So maybe you want to add maybe an email address, a contact number, you have a contact form, and you also have maybe some location if you want people to be able to find you physically, or maybe you can remove this altogether, whichever is fine, you know. And for this, again, we go back to our pages, locate the contact us page, edit with Elementor. And from here, again, all you have to do is to hover on top and select the section that you want to edit. So let's click on this one here. And as you can see, this says contact. Maybe you, instead of this text here, you want to add your phone number. All you have to do is select this and put phone and then 01 234 567 890. Okay. And then you can do the same maybe with your phone number, email address, etc., etc. And here we have a contact form again. So this is the same contact form as we had earlier on. Same principle is the contact form 7, and you can go and tweak this around as well. We have the Google Maps here at the bottom, as you can see. So this is really up to you. If you don't have a physical address, I would advise you not to display it altogether. Remove it. That's it. Done and away with. Just like that. Remove it. Now, if you do have an office space, or maybe a location where someone can meet you physically, then you might leave it as well. And then don't forget to click update. And that's it. That's just done for all the pages now. And then one last thing, I'm going to show you how you can add some monetization option to your website. If you go into player details or team details, either of those. As you can see by the side, we have top games. Now you can link this to affiliate links and maybe sell some of those games and make a commission on it. Or you can use this as a sponsors tab, maybe, you know, and you could have dedicated sponsors here that could give you a few bob every month and pay you just basically to appear here on your website, obviously, you know. So let me show you how you can tweak this section and make some money from it. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard again. And for this, we're going to go into our appearance section, widgets. And then if you scroll down the page, you're going to find those images right here. There you go. Now, if you click on this, we're going to find out what it is actually. You know, if you click on this, as you can see, it says this is a Zocker gallery. So this is the gallery. And this is where you can change those different items here. So basically, if you scroll down the menu section here, you're going to Zocker option and gallery. And this is where you're going to find it actually, you know. So these are our 4 items, 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on one. This is the image and this is the link. Okay. And this is the same with this one. This is the image and this is the link. Now, obviously you can replace this with your affiliate link. So whichever it is, you know, whoever you partner with, your sponsors and all that. And this is how you can monetize this section of your website using what is called the sponsored tab. And finally, the last bit now, the last section is our footer section, as you can see here. So I'm going to show you how to change all this section now. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard again. And this time we're going to go into appearance, customize. Let's go into footer section here and then footer builder. Very good. So let's scroll down our page as well. So we have a quick visualization. And as you can see, each and every element that we have here, we have a small pencil next to it. So if you click on this, you can have a preview of which item that is. Now we can't edit that section straight up from here, but we know where it is located now. This is a widget. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard again, appearance, widgets. And we're going to locate that widget now. So this is the footer one. As you can see, footer one. So let's locate footer one, which is right here. If you click on this, you can expand, and this is where you can edit the content. So as you can see here, it says about us, and then you can put a small description about yourself. All you have to do basically is to click on this and just edit this content and change it with whatever you want. Now, as you can see, we have our social icons as well. So you can click on this, and if you click on this link here, you can edit them immediately from here. So click on this, and this is going to bring us to the Zocker settings basically. And as you can see, these are our 5 social icons. So I have Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can easily delete one if you wanted to. Just open one and click delete, and you can do the same by adding a new one. So it's very simple here, pretty self-explanatory as well. Now let's go back to our footer section, and as you can see, we have 2 pencils. One is for the category itself, and one is for the content of the category. So this is a menu. This is a menu as well. So again, where is this located? Very simple. We go back to the widget section. So basically appearance widgets, scroll down the page. And as you can see now, we're going to select footer 2 and footer 3. So if you select footer 2, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links, and the one is Xbox. So let's have a quick look. This is exactly it. 5 links, and the last one is Xbox. So how can you change this? Again, very simple, and footer 3 is the same. It's a menu section. So to change these, what we do is go back to appearance, menus, and now we're going to select footer menu, as you can see here. And then we have 2 different menus. We have this one here and this one, okay? So this one is called categories. And if you select here, you will see you have categories. Click select. And this is where our items are. Remember, with Xbox as the last one, and we can basically change them and add whatever we want. And it's basically the same principle with this one where it says need help. If you go here, as you can see, you have need help, select, and it's the same story, okay? Very simple. Now let's take care of our last section here. So we go back here. As you can see, if we click on contact, again, this is a widget. So let's go back to our widgets, and it's footer 4. This is the one here. If you click on this, as you can see, this is text editing feature. So what you can do is just click on it, and you can change all the details right here. So you can put your email address. So let's say hello@mrwebreviews.com, and you can do the same with your website, etc., etc. Once you've finished, click update, and that's it, guys. We're all done already. And last but not least, if we go back to our website here and scroll back up, as you can see, remember this function, the off canvas feature with all the details here. Very, very lovely feature indeed. I love it myself. So let's go back here. As you can see, this is what is called the off canvas sidebar. So let's click on this. And basically, again, this is where you can edit and customize everything. So if you wanted to change the title here, all you have to do is basically click on this. So let's add a title here, for instance, together, Mr. Web Reviews. Okay, let's click update. Let's go back to our home page. Let's refresh. And let's click on our off canvas feature. There you go. As you can see, Mr. Web Reviews is displaying here, and you can do the same with all of these different items, obviously, you know. So there you go, guys. This is how you can build an esports team website using WordPress.